As this series has gone on through the years, it's grown and evolved along with me. And with that, I have two ways of picking Flash games to, show to all of you. To say, hey, go play this, it's really good. I have the gamer side of me, which just likes playing really good games. Like, straight up games that are, oh my god, why don't people know about this? This is amazing. But then there's also the critic side of me that tries to figure out why these games are good. I take them apart, I put them back together, see how they make them tick. A little Styler-esque, almost. I take the bits of the brain and add it to my own. And every now and again, those two parts of my rhetoric tend to clash. Lucky Towers is one of those games that has made these two bits of my brain clash. Because on the one hand, the gamer hand, this is a good game. This is a very nice tower defense game with a new sort of mechanic that is luck-based. It's a pretty good game. But the critic side of me is saying, yeah, it's a good game, but there are a couple flaws, and it could be better with a couple small changes / additions. So I'm showing you today Lucky Towers in the hopes that, yes, you do play this game, because it is a good game, but also so that the person that made this game, if you ever do see this video, I don't know if you will, if you do, hello, you've made a good game. But here are a couple ideas and things that can make your game not just good, but brilliant. Okay? So, let's start, and I will explain thusly. We have pretty standard tower defense game logic to start with. We go to this tab right here and pick ourselves a tower that we can buy with the coins that are in the bottom right-hand screen. We only have 100 coins to purchase things. We have blue tokens, though, for something else, so keep those in mind. Oh, wave started. All right, let's buy and place down this. This is a free roam placement tower defense game. Not many of tower defense game genres games do this. I like that. Makes you a little bit different from the crowd. So points on that. But you may have noticed that when we killed an enemy, we did not get coins to buy things with. This is usually a tower game staple. You kill waves of enemies, you get currency back, you then spend that currency to buff yourself and make sure more and more waves. It's a cycle. It's always a cycle. But in not Tricky Towers. That's a completely different game. I've been doing a lot of things today. But in Lucky Towers, you have a bit of a random chance type game to get that currency. Yay! We'll check it out right now with this tab right here. What's the word I'm thinking of? It is a slot machine. That's the word. It is a slot machine random generated loot system, to say. We use the blue tokens that we collect from killing enemies. We don't gain currency, we gain blue tokens from killing enemies. And you spend those blue tokens spinning the wheel and seeing what you get. And yes, it is completely luck-based. So, you kind of have to be smart with your cash. Ooh, health. Yay, don't need that now, though. You kind of have to be smart with your cash in what towers you buy, because chances are you might not get any more cash for a while. And that's a very interesting strategy standpoint, and it makes getting through waves different. And I actually really like this. Even the little jingle. Yay, got some cash. Yay. It's not like like usual slot machines where you have to, match 3 or diagonal and whatnot. No, as long as you get one of the symbols, you get what you get. Even if you get multiples, you get more than what's needed. There's even a ×2 multiplier. I think we just saw that one, actually, that doubles whatever you get. Essentially, this luck system is made so it doesn't screw you over. It just adds a bit of zest and a little bit of randomness to your strategy, which is nice because if, let's say, this slot machine does not, let's say it doesn't give you blue tokens, and all you had to gain blue tokens for your spins was killing waves of enemies. After a while, if you get really unlucky, you're screwed because you have no cash to make more towers, but there's waves of enemies coming at you. So I like how this has been implemented. That said, there are a couple problems with the entire game itself. Namely, speed. So, as I've been sitting here, pulling the lever, hoping for more cash, which I've been getting, and some good blue tokens, so I can spin it again and again, the game itself, the tower defense part of this game, has paused. If we go back out of that slot machine, the game starts back up again. And here's the thing that makes this game a little bit tedious, where A, there's no fast button next wave. That would speed some things up nicely. There's no fast forward button that makes the waves and shooting, go by quicker. Makes the time go faster. There's none of that. And while not all tower defense games need that, as I sit here and kind of just wait for the wave to end, you realize this game is very slow. See, you're experiencing it right now with me. I've had my 3 towers at front. Didn't kill everything in the front. Okay, so now we either wait for the enemies to move to the tower that I just created, or we place a new tower, like, here, and move it. It's a bit of tedium that I don't think this game needs. There is something, though, that I thought could make this game from a good tower defense game that's a bit tedious to a really, really good game, and that is, don't pause the game. So, like we're watching here, if we go to our spinner wheel, the game is now paused, and we can spin as many times as we want, just collecting as much as we want until we're running out of blue tokens. But what if the game was still going in the background, and while you're spinning, the waves keep coming, right? Let's entertain that idea for a minute, because if you've been good with your tower management, it doesn't matter what comes at you for a couple waves, your towers will probably take care of it. So while you're doing that with the slow guys moving, slow, you can be spinning your little slot machine. And keep an eye on the background, mind you, because you could screw yourself over. But it would still at least be moving. Another thing that could be is that, yes, we do have the game pause, but also, you know, the fast forward and continue wave function. Those are always good buttons to add into a tower defense game. I'm also being very unlucky here, which adds another thing to the non-pause time version that could happen here, because as the waves are continuing while you're spinning the wheel, you realize you don't have any cash anymore. So then you're really, really frantically pulling the lever, hoping for more cash. And then it doesn't happen. And then you keep pulling, and it gets tense. And now it's not happening. And if this game was moving at a quicker pace, these 3 in a row you don't get anything spins would mean a lot more than just, okay, I didn't get it, we'll just spin again, okay, game's in the background, I'm fine for now. So I think that's the one flaw of this game. Otherwise, I do like this game. It is a, like I said, it is a free placement tower defense game. You don't get those a lot in tower defense game types. I want to place that there. I want to place that there, because I like symmetry. But yeah, no, you don't get a lot of free placement tower defense games. They're always on a grid for whatever map you have. So work with that. Second, final thing that I will say, and this is just a, you know, variety's sake, not for, you know, bad or good intentions. Once everything's done, just add a couple more maps. If you add a couple more maps, that gives the game a little bit more longevity, makes the variety good. I think that if you don't have the game paused when you're spinning, and a couple more maps, this game is perfect. As of right now, I enjoy it, but only for maybe a day or so. Because as the slowness, you know, gets slow, and I know I've said slow so many times today in this video, as the game moves slowly, you kind of are like, okay, well, now that I'm done with this game, come on, just move a little quicker, please. Now, hopefully, you all play this game. I will put the link in the description below. Yay, more cash. I will put the link to this game in the description below. And if the ideas that I've had get implemented into the game, great. I'm definitely coming back to this game if that's the case. That would make this game really, really good. If it doesn't, that's still fine too. Like I said, beginning of this is still a good game, and I definitely see as this game ramps up in its wave difficulty, because, you know, as you may have noticed, there are side paths to this. After a while, those things start popping off too. I can see that this game is going to get more difficult, but again, pacing-wise, slowness kind of offsets that. Either way, hopefully you go and check this game out. I'm gonna spin a couple more times. Like the little chime. I said it already, but the chimey also. the chimingness of the spin. It's really nice. I'm not even disappointed when I hit, like, X's. Like, it's still joyous. Nope. It's like opening a chest in Zelda. It's nice and happy. One more. Alright. Let's upgrade a tower. Because yes, you can also upgrade towers and trash them to get stuff.